started. Okay.
All right, well, welcome everybody to tonight's event. Love the skin you're in. We just want to welcome you and thank you for being here, especially on a weekend evening. As you are popping in, if you just remember to mute your microphone. And then if you have questions as we're going along, you can put them in the chat and we will try to address them as we go along, but we'll leave some time at the end to address any questions that you guys might have. Okay. So these are the women that we'll be presenting to you tonight. Myself, Elizabeth Tanglis, and next we have Jenna Robleski, Liz Sepich, and then our guest speaker tonight is Moira Gorski, and we are very lucky to have her with us tonight. She has been with Shaklee for 21 years, a former nurse, and she is just a wealth of knowledge with all things Shaklee, but especially the youth line. So she's going to dive into a little bit more about the science behind the youth line with us tonight. So I want to start with this statistic, I guess. If we think about organs in the body, I don't think a lot of us consider your skin, and your skin is actually your largest organ in your body. And when we put things on our skin, it takes only 26 seconds for anything that we put on our skin to soak in. And so when I first heard that, it was sort of shocking, and why it is so important to make sure that we are finding products that are not only clean, but effective. And this really resonated with me because I have 3 daughters who I know will be getting into skincare and makeup. And so I know how important it is to find things that are clean and safe for them. Because that's really shocking. I mean, it's within under a minute, whatever we put on is soaking into our systems. So that's kind of why I think a lot of us were drawn to Shaklee, because of its safety. And they're ingredients that are safe for you, safe for your kids, and they work. So this is kind of an overview of all of the products that we'll be going over tonight. And what I want to highlight is that statement at the bottom, clinically proven clean beauty. And I think so often you either get one or the other, right? So you either get products that are clean and, free of toxins, but they don't always work, or you get products that are clinically proven, but they're full of chemicals. And so I think with Shaklee, they have beautifully married the two of them, and it's not like an either or, it's an and. You get something that has been proven, and you get something that is also safe and clean. And so that's something that we're really proud of. So this kind of goes into deeper detail about that. If you look at the graphic on the side, this is a list of countries and banned ingredients. And I think this is also really shocking to kind of go along with that 26-second graphic that we had earlier. If you look at the bottom there, the United States only bans 11 ingredients. And these are harmful ingredients that have been linked to some pretty significant health issues. So 11, which is really sad. We're down there at the bottom. Europe bans about 1,400, which is significantly better than here in the United States. But if you look at the top there, Shaklee bans 2,500 harmful ingredients, which is more than any country that's listed here. And I think, again, that just goes back to Shaklee's mission of providing safe and pure and effective products to its customers. Excuse me. So why are we here? Why are we talking about our skin? And like I mentioned earlier, our skin is our largest organ. And I think when we think about like wellness and well care, we don't necessarily think of our skin as part of our well care, right? We think about making sure that we get exercise, we make sure we're eating healthy, but we don't really think about our skin, and that's a really important part of our well care. And there's a lot that our skin takes on a daily basis. So these are just sort of like the major things that are happening to our skin. Obviously right now it's the winter, so the air is really dry, our skin is really dry. And I find too that in these cold months, it's harder to stay hydrated and be drinking water. And so that obviously affects our skin. And I think we also don't think about wearing SPF in the winter. I think that's a focus in the summer when we're out in the sun more, but those UVA and UVB lights are still penetrating through our windows. And even when we go outside, we need to be wearing sunscreen every day. The blue light. So this is something that I think has really changed, especially since the pandemic has started. A lot of companies have gone from being in office to fully remote and with no sign of potentially going back to an office. So a lot of us are spending, I mean, look at us here tonight. This maybe would have been an in-person event in the past, but here we are, you know, on a computer. And so we're spending a lot more time in front of computers and screens. And there is something called HEV, which are those high energy visible lights that have, and that's what causes the premature aging and dark spots in our skin. So we need to be really mindful that we are taking time to incorporate things to take care of our skin. The other thing mentioned on here is tech neck. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but again, a lot of us are spending more time, especially with cell phones, and young kids are on, you know, we didn't have those years back. And so hunched over looking at skin. So then we're getting the aging and the wrinkling in our necks. So these are just some of the things obviously that are happening with our skin, but it's so important to remember that our skin is our largest organ. And so we need to really remember that that should be part of our daily well care, just as much as we exercise and eat well. So with that, I'm going to pass it along to Jenna, and she's going to sort of talk about some of the things that make the Youth Line really special.
Yeah, so keeping in mind what we know about how important it is to find personal care and skincare products that are clean and safe for us, and then also taking into consideration what's happening to our skin and everything that we're exposed to on a daily basis, I think it's really cool to see how Shaklee has developed this skincare line. So just as Shaklee works in harmony with nature to make all of their products, the Youth Line is no exception. They have harnessed the power of botanicals from nature using advanced technology to make this skincare line that is not only safe and free of all of the harmful chemicals that Elizabeth mentioned, but also to nourish your skin with essential nutrients and vitamins. Each of the products in this line are clinically proven to give you the results that you're looking for without compromising your safety. Okay, and because so many people have seen such amazing results with the Youth Line, that is truly a clean, safe, and effective option, it has been featured in places like Self Magazine and continues to be at the forefront of beauty and wellness trends around the world. Excuse me, around the world. So now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Moira, who is going to go a little bit more into depth about the science behind these products.
Yeah, well, thank you. And so happy to be here tonight and talk more about youth. Again, Jenna mentioned a little bit about the botanicals. We'll talk about those in a little bit, but as Shaklee always does, they always do clinical tests on their products before they launch them, and they share those results. And so when the women they did a 60-day clinical study, and they looked at the women and they just tested it on women. So 100% of the women that use these products had clinically, they had younger looking skin in just those 60 days. And then what Shaklee also did was create this skin age index. And you can see on the screen there, the things that they took a look at, like your wrinkles, your skin, just the texture, your pore size, skin tone, sagginess, and things like that. And they gave each one of these women a skin age. And then throughout the, that's showing the different signs, key signs of aging. And then throughout, they use the products for 60 days. And at the end, they looked at the skin age index of all these women, and 2/3 of them actually shifted their skin age back a decade. I mean, that's really significant in just 60 days to actually shift their skin age based on these things. So really, as somebody, I think Elizabeth mentioned earlier, these are wonderful products that do work. They're the cleanest products that you'll find, but they actually, you can see a difference in your skin. And I want to highlight these botanicals because I think it's really important to, because these are things that I didn't know about. before we started using this. So these are the botanical ingredients that are in all of the youth products that we'll talk about tonight. Now, as we age, we produce less collagen and elastin. And that's what ends up happening. You know, when we produce less of that, our skin looks more aged, just like we saw that the skin age index, we had the skin sagging and the skin tone and wrinkles and things like that. That's because we're not producing as much collagen and elastin. So the cool thing about these botanicals, if you take a look at this first one, this Lotus japonicus, it activates the key youth protein that's in our cells to produce more collagen and elastin and fibrilin. And so that's cool, because that's why, again, our skin is looking more youthful as we use these products, because our cells are starting to produce more collagen. Now, Vita Repair Plus was a patented mixture of ingredients that Shaklee had in their previous skincare line before youth. It's basically vitamins and nutrients that are really essential for the skin to help to encourage that healthy skin growth. Muscadine grape is also in a product that we have that you can take internally. But it's basically polyphenols that really help to repair your cells. And it also blocks the collagen elastin breakdown. So that's good. And then the Shishindra chinesis helps to provide more nutrients and energy to the skin. So all of those botanicals, that is the key, complex that's in all of these products. That's why it works, is because, again, we're helping our skin cells produce more collagen and elastin, and we're giving it the nutrients that it needs to just really have some healthy skin growth. So this was my, so I wasn't part of the clinical study, but when just about before we were going to launch the youth products to the field, they asked some distributors if they would do, kind of a field test. And we had to, guarantee that we weren't going to use any other products, use all the products from Shaklee, and take the before and after pictures. So these are my before and after pictures. And I have to say, again, I've been involved with Shaklee for 21 years. I used the previous skincare line, Enfusel, and I loved the results that I got from that. It really evened out some redness that I had in my face. I had some surface rosacea. I liked the way my skin looked. I didn't really know how there could be much more improvement, but you can see here, it's just really lightened up my skin, really softened up some of those fine lines and wrinkles. And it continues to do that to this day. I mean, this was several years ago when youth came out, and I feel like I continue to look younger as I continue to use the products. You can buy any of the products individually, but we really love when we love and encourage people to start with the different kits, because really the products are designed to be used together for the really best remarkable results. And so we take a look at, when we work with you and we have you think about your skin, what your goals are, if it's anti-aging, wrinkles and things like that, or if you really need some extra hydration. And so we'll go through these products and we'll show them to you, but that's how we kind of help you determine which kit would be best to start with. And the cool thing is, when you do purchase either one of these kits, as it says over here, you will also receive two masks for free. There's other freebies tonight too that we'll talk about, but when you do purchase any one of these kits, you'll get a hydration mask and a purifying clay mask for free. And again, this is something that we can send you. We feel that they're simple steps, but we have some great guides that we can send you when you use the products, just to know what to do. But they are some simple steps, really 4 steps of cleansing, using a toner. Then you can use eye cream if you want to. And then there's a couple of different serums, again, depending on what your goals are. There are some really cool other things, again, as you see here, for targeted treatments. And then we're moisturizing in the morning, and then we're moisturizing at night. So really we try to keep it simple, that cleanse, tone, serum, and moisturize. And again, everything can be purchased individually, a la carte, if you will. But we really do recommend, if you can get started with those kits, it's a really great way. But we can also customize. Again, we're not gonna, there's lots of choices, and we want to work with you to figure out the best choices and the best way to start. So we can really customize a kit for you as well. And at this point, before I go into all of the individual products, we thought that I would take us off of share, and I would bring up, because Liz was going to show us, there you are, Liz. Okay, she is in her bathroom. So she is going to, and you can pull her up as the main person on your screen if that's easier for you with the Zoom, or you can just keep it like this. But Liz is just going to go through simply those 4 steps and show us what she does. And then we'll go, then I'll come back and we'll talk about the individual products.
All right,
so take it away, Liz.
Sorry if it's a little echoey, I'm in a bathroom, but here we go. So the first step that I would use is the Luminous Gel Oil Cleanser. And I love that it's not that like you just twist the cap and just a little bit comes out. So it's not like you're wasting a lot of it. And it doesn't really suds up a ton because it's soap free, but it definitely does not dry you out. There's no sodium lauryl sulfates. It's all natural, cruelty free, organic. So it's just a good way to get all the dirt from the day off of your skin to get it ready for the rest of your skincare. Then step 2 is the Perfecting Toner. And I love how this smells. It's like just a fresh, nice smell. And just a teeny little bit comes out and you put it on a cotton swab and you can put it all over your face. It's not alcohol based, so there's no drying, and it helps prepare your skin for all the rest of the skincare routine, the serums and the creams. It helps to absorb those by releasing all the dirt and all the free radicals that are in our air. Then I've been recently doing these little C and E vitamin C, these little squiglets in the daytime instead of the nighttime lately. So it's 1 teeny tiny little serving, and you just open it up. I'm doing it at night right now, but it's 1 little serving, just so you can squeeze it onto your finger, and always go up when you're doing creams. And this is also really good for scarring. I know my son has a baseball bat scar right here on his face, and we've been using a little bit at a time on his scarring. So vitamin C is very powerful. It helps with discoloration, prevents these little teeny little packets help prevent from losing the potency instead of it. Vitamin C can lose its potency if you don't have them in individual packets like that. And they're also biodegradable, which is also nice. And it's also good to get your neck. We talked about tech neck a little bit before. And then after that, if you were doing it during the day, we have 2 choices. One is the Moisture Lock Day Cream, and this comes in a tub like this. They're all beautifully packaged. Or if you would like the SPF, you can do the Age Defense Mineral Moisturizer, and this has 30 SPF in it. And I like, again, this little top doesn't come all the way off. You just turn it a little bit, and then when you squeeze, just a little bit comes out. So these really do go a long way. So then after my gel cleanser and my toner and my C&E cream, you can do a serum. So we have 2 choices of serums. One is the Moisture Activating Serum. I really love this during the winter for sure. And the top for this one is just 1 little pump, and just a teeny tiny little bit comes out. So you really get your money's worth because just a teeny little bit comes out and you're not wasting it. I like to alternate between the moisture serum and the anti-aging serum. So this one too, you just turn, now my hands are all greasy. Not greasy, but moist here. So I'm turning this and this just pops up and I can just squeeze 1 little dab out, which is really nice. And then another thing I do at night is I use the Restoring Eye Treatment. And this has a nice little silver cooling tip to it. And you can just put a little bit right here, a little bit right here, and it just cools and helps reduce the wrinkles under your eyes and the puffiness. And then you end with a night cream. We have either rich or light, and this comes in the same kind of packaging as the day cream. And you just use a teeny tiny little bit. I mean, this really lasts forever. And I just kind of explain it to people as like, this one's kind of like Greek yogurt, and the light one is kind of like Yoplait yogurt. So that's the texture of the different night creams when I am asking people which kind they would like. So the steps are just the gel cleanser, the toner, the serum, and the night cream, and that's it. So there's my demo. Now I'm all ready for bed. Good night.
Good. Good job. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, and you did a great job. And so this should go pretty quickly because you did talk a lot about a lot of this. I did want to mention that, yeah, the products are designed to last for 2 months at least. I mean, Liz said a couple of times in there, they last a long time. I chuckled when you said you only need a little bit of the night cream. I love that rich night cream. I got to tell you, I put so much on my face. I just love it, and on my neck and stuff like that. So that, but some of those other products, they really last more than more than 2 months for sure. So again, starting with a gel oil cleanser, she said it's soap free. It does remove, it's gentle enough to remove all of your makeup, even your eye makeup too. The toner is really great to use because it does kind of get rid of the gunk that maybe you didn't get off. It does do a little bit of exfoliating and hydrating. It just, again, removes those dull cells that perhaps the cleanser didn't get rid of. The gel oil is an avocado oil, which is really cool in that as well. And then she talked about the serums. These are really the heroes of the product line. If you think back to when I talked about the youth activating complex, all of those botanicals, again, those are in all of the products, but in this youth activating serum, there's 10 times those actives. So it's a really powerful product for anti-aging. It has a wonderful encapsulated vitamin A retinol. I spoke with somebody today that wanted to come on this, and she said, I've been using retinol products and they've been chewing up my skin. Well, the way that Shaklee formulates this is a very gentle retinol, but it does really make a difference. Again, it helps your skin regenerate. It supports that collagen elastin production and cellular renewal. And this time of the year, again, it's cold. We tend to have dry skin. So that moisture activating serum is super great for those that have, experienced dry skin. Somebody asked if they had oily skin, what would they use if they were going to use a serum? The youth activating serum would be fine. But again, if you do need some extra moisture, this moisture activating serum is wonderful. It has 4 different forms of hyaluronic acid, and it helps, your skin retain water. Listen to this. I mean, it increases your hydration of your skin by 212% in one application. That's pretty awesome. Cactus extract, which again is a magnet for that moisture in our outer layer of skin. Again, a really, really wonderful product to really increase your hydration of your skin. And then for the day, again, we have 2 choices for a moisturizer. So we have one that has an SPF in it. It's a wonderful zinc oxide. So it provides a chemical-free protection. You don't need a whole lot of that either. Or there's the Moisture Lock Day Cream, which again is kind of like that, like you said, what did you say? Yoplait yogurt or something like that. It's very light. It really does provide some nice hydration. There's no SPF in that. So I tend to use that because I use a BB cream that we have that has an SPF in it. So I get the SPF there. And then at night, we also want to moisturize before you go to bed as well. So there's those two formulas for the night cream as well. That rich one has that shea butter cream and jojoba. I mean, it's just lovely. And I was kind of worried that it was too thick and it might cause breakouts and things like that, but I've never had any trouble. And again, we always moisturize our neck as well. And then as we mentioned as Liz was mentioning, and also on that chart, there's some different targeted treatments. I love this eye cream. Let's see, which one do we have first? Yeah, the eye cream has a cool looking as well as a cooling tip that really helps to again, cool that area, refreshes that area of your eye, and it really helps to get rid of those fine lines, wrinkles, dark circles. Really, really lovely product. You can also put it on around your eyelids as well. And I don't find that I've used lots of eye creams in my day. It doesn't like soaks right in. And so it doesn't sting your eyes and get in your eyes and things like that. Really a lovely product, one of the best eye creams that I have ever used. And then these CNE, those little gold squiglets that Liz mentioned, these are 20%, remember to mute if you will. With these CNE little gold things, they're 20% vitamin C, as well as some vitamin E and raspberry extract. So, and we have them in these individual packets. Liz mentioned this a little bit, that vitamin C is a water soluble vitamin. So once it hits, the air, it starts to degrade. So we want to make sure that we don't have to put any chemicals in it to keep it in suspension like that. So that's why we have the little individual packets. But these are wonderful for any type of age spots. Really helps to smooth your skin texture and improve your skin tone, make your skin look much more radiant. My teenage sons, they've been hockey, well, they're not teenagers anymore, but when they were teenagers, they're hockey players, and they tended to have acne not only on their face at times, but also kind of in their front and their back. I think a lot because of their sweating and their equipment. These little gold things really, really helped with their scarring. We just put them on after, after their shower and with some moisturizer. It really helped to decrease that scarring. We also used the purifying mask, really helped to pull out the impurities as well. So these are the, I think Liz is going to talk about the masks. So,
all right. Yeah. So speaking of
change
masks,
it over to her.
that's all right. Okay. So acne is something that can be used with the purifying clay mask. So these masks come in little containers. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money for a mask. You get at least 4 to 6 masks in here. It's so much value. This is the purifying clay mask. It's black. It detoxes and clarifies the skin. A lot of times people, and then the gold one is hydrating gel mask. A lot of times people will do like what this picture is showing and do half and half, or sometimes just the T-zone. You would just do like the black on the T-zone, and then maybe the areas you need more moisture, you can do the gold one. So they really do last a long time, and you can just use the black one for spot treatment for acne as well.
Yep.
And then moving on to the BB cream. So I know Moira talked about the SPF in this. I didn't know what a BB cream was till recently, and it stands for Beauty Balm. So we have 4 different shades, and it's really good to layer the different shades. So I know I use a 2 under my eyes. I'll just put a couple of dabs under my eyes, and then I use a 3 the rest of my areas of my face, and then I blend it in, and it really blends in very nicely. You would think that the 4 would be very dark, but you can use that for contouring in your cheek. I know Moira's used that before with her dance competitions. So it's really nice to have the different numbers to be able to layer and help make your face even, and it hydrates, and it has SPF in it. Just kind of corrects and just makes your skin look very refreshed.
Yeah, and it's very, very light too. Not a heavy, foundation type of thing at all.
And then the mascara, oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. It's lash conditioning mascara. So I know that when I leave in the morning, I'm a stay-at-home homeschooling mom, and when I leave, I don't go very many exciting places. So it's just super easy to be able to put on BB cream and mascara, and that's literally all I have to do, and I'm ready for the day, and I look like a different person just with those 2 things. It's crazy. So I really like that the mascara has 2 different sides. It has one side as the conditioner and helps separate the lashes, and one of them volumizes and lifts the lashes. And there's one before and after picture there, and we have many other before and after pictures if you wanted to see the difference it makes and how much your lashes actually will grow from using this. So it's not just a mascara, it is for sure lash conditioner, lash grower, as well as the mascara. Jenna's up.
And yeah, Jenna's going to talk a little bit about collagen.
Make sure I'm unmuted here. Yeah, so I wanted to share a little bit about a product that isn't necessarily part of the youth line, but it is critical for healthy skin and really so much more. So this is our collagen 9, and there are many reasons why taking a good collagen supplement is beneficial for our bodies. So first of all, collagen is a protein, that's found in our bodies, and it's responsible for all of the things that hold us up and hold us together. So think things like your bones, cartilage, connective tissue, and our skin. And then of course, not to mention, it makes up our hair and nails as well. So collagen actually makes up 75% of our skin, 90% of our bones, and 85% of our tendons. So it is a very important component of our bodies. Unfortunately though, collagen starts to break down faster than we can produce it as we age. So aging is one of the 4 major causes that causes that collagen to start breaking down. So as we age, we start to lose collagen as early as when we're in our 20s. And then by the time we're in our 60s, 80% of the collagen in our body is lost. So next after that would be sun exposure, which of course we know causes wrinkles. Smoking also causes the collagen to break down quickly, as does consuming sugar. So to combat this breakdown over time, we supplement. But why is it important to find a collagen supplement that has all 9 essential amino acids, such as Shaklee's? Because when you give your body all 9 essential amino acids, and those are the ones that our body can't make, we have to get them from our nutrition. Once all of those essential 9 amino acids are present, then our bodies can synthesize or make the collagen that it needs and make all of the other proteins that it needs to build and repair the body as well. So when you take a collagen supplement, you're not just eating collagen and then it becomes collagen. The collagen that we take is broken down into those amino acids in our stomach, and then those amino acids go into the bloodstream where they head off to build and repair those tissues that I mentioned before, like our bones, joints, tendons, muscles, and of course, what we're talking about tonight, our skin. So it's also important to make sure that your collagen supplement is giving you the correct clinically recommended dosage. It should be hydrolyzed and contain vitamin C so that it can be absorbed properly in your body. And finally, when you're looking for a collagen product, make sure that it has biotin in there to support healthy hair, skin, and nails. So if you have any questions about our collagen 9, reach out to the person that invited you to this call tonight, and we would be happy to give that to you.
And can you tell them just, so how do we take collagen 9?
Yeah.
How do you use it?
So this collagen is an unflavored powder. And so one of the ways that we like to take it is by mixing it in with our life shakes every day. Now, if you don't have life shakes or you haven't started on Shaklee yet, I know a lot of people, Elizabeth actually likes to mix her collagen in with her coffee. So she'll put the scoops of collagen in her mug and then a little bit of coffee, mix it up, and then add the rest of her coffee to her mug. And really what the collagen does is it makes whatever you're putting it in creamier. And so Moira, do you know if you add collagen 9 to something that's really hot, does that break it down at all, or does it maintain?
No, it does maintain. Yeah, so we can mix it hot or cold, just like you said, into the coffee or into a life shake. Some people, I think, put it in soups, or some people have sprinkled it on, like they've put it in their oatmeal or things like that. So yeah, it's stable in the hot or cold. Yeah.
And this one is nice because it doesn't have a flavor, so you can mix it with whatever you like. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so earlier you saw Moira's incredible transformation and heard about her youth journey and how much that improved her skin. And now we just wanted to show you a few other quick before and afters so that you can see some of the success that people have experienced with our youth line. So over here on the left, you can see that she experienced reduced pore size, healed blemishes, increased hydration, has brighter skin, and even a more even skin tone. And that was just 2 months between those pictures there on the left. And so when it comes to the youth line and acne, especially for like teenagers, it's obviously very important for teenagers to be washing their face and taking that basic care of their face. And the cleanser that's in the youth line is great for that because it's not harsh, it's not going to dry out your skin, it's nice and gentle, but does a great job cleansing. But something else important to keep in mind is that when dealing with acne, and this is for anyone of any age, there's a lot of things that we can do to heal our body from the inside, working with our gut, and a lot of different things like that, that actually help tremendously our outward appearance and acne. So although the Youth line is not labeled as, you know, an acne treatment, it does work really well for that. And then over there on the right, you can see that she has definitely reduced lines and wrinkles. That's like the first thing that sticks out to me in that one. Reduced redness, reduced pore size, and brighter, more hydrated skin. And then over on the left, this is a team member of ours that saw an amazing improvement on the skin of her neck. So I think both Liz and Moira mentioned how important it is to, as you're treating your face with your serums and your moisturizing creams, especially the night cream, to just take a tiny bit extra and make sure that you're applying it to the top of your chest and your neck in gentle upward sweeping motions. And then over here on the right, there's another girl that experienced overall better complexion, brighter skin, and reduced sunspots. And that's something that the CNE helps with a lot. And lastly,
I added a couple more.
Yep, just a few other women who have been loving the results from consistently using Youth, and they're so excited to share it with others. So now Liz is going to tell you about a few specials that we have going on right now.
All right, so first of all, if you decide that you want to purchase an advanced or personalized regimen, the 4 steps, you would get a hydrating and purifying mask for free. And also a special that we're just doing for the people that watch this Zoom call. If you purchase any Youth product in an order of $150, so it doesn't have to be $150 of Youth, but just has to have a Youth product in the $150 order, you will receive a free BB cream. And those are both good through February 7th. And then another thing that ends tomorrow, so on January 31st, if you are brand new to Shaklee and you don't have a membership yet, and you can get a free elderberry tea with a new membership.
It's awesome. Those are awesome specials.
And just some other really great ways to save some money if you aren't ready to do the whole kit yet, but you just wanted to do a couple things that would be able to see a difference. We have some duos. So there's a toner and a night cream. You can save a little bit of money. Eye treatment and rich night cream, the Radiant CNE and night cream, and then the activating serum and night cream. So they make great gifts. You know, Valentine's Day is coming up. You can just screenshot this real quick and send it to your husband and say, hey, this is a better thing to buy me than a stuffed animal from Walgreens and a bouquet of flowers that's going to die in a day. Like, hey, this would be really wonderful to help my skin look better and make me look younger and hotter than I already am, right?
Right. Well, and I love these duos too, because especially for my clients that aren't, like, they still have some other skincare that they're getting through. This is, you know, this is a way to kind of replace a couple of things that you're out of to move yourself into using Youth.
Right, and it wouldn't be Shaklee without being able to share our best product, which is our opportunity. So there's 3 different ways to experience Shaklee. You can use the products, you can just experience them, buy them, use them, transform your health, or you can share the products and you can share them with others. And to become a distributor right now until January 31st is free, so just something to think about. And then also, if you are interested in building a team, you can build how you want it, however many hours you would like to build it. It doesn't have to be a full-time thing, but we have plenty of people on our team that have replaced their full-time incomes with just starting with a Shaklee business. So those are just 3 different ways that you can experience Shaklee. And we just wanted to thank you for coming tonight and end with a nice little quote. Self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. So
Love that.
if anybody has any questions, we can stop the recording and answer questions and just reach out to the person who invited you if you have any specific questions, but we'll stay on for a couple minutes too if you would like to ask us questions.
Yeah, I think some people had some things in the chat, but yeah, if there's any questions, we're happy to answer them now. Yeah, but otherwise, I'm glad that we could all be here tonight, and thanks everybody for being here. Thanks, ladies, for all your great info. And again, I can't say enough great things about youth. I didn't really believe that skincare could really make that much of a difference. And I'm 58 years old, if just for, so you know. And again, I just feel like these products can be used really for any age. Again, we talked about teenagers all the way through to the our golden years here, and really the cleanest skincare line, I've found. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Again, if you have any other questions, you can reach out to the person that sent you this recording or invited you tonight, and happy to answer those questions.
Thanks, Moira.